Drake just dropped 3 albums in a single night. Not 1, not 2, 3. On May 15th, 2026, at the stroke of midnight, the most streamed rapper on the planet quietly uploaded 43 songs to every platform simultaneously, and the entire music industry woke up in absolute chaos. No warning, no countdown, no marketing campaign. Just 3 hard drives and a message. The Sixth God is back, and nothing in music will look the same after tonight. The night that broke the internet. To understand the full scale of what just happened, you have to picture the exact moment it began. It was a Thursday evening, and Drake was wrapping up his 4th and final Iceman episode livestream on YouTube, a series he had been using for months to tease his most anticipated album in years. Fans had been glued to the stream, waiting for a release date announcement, maybe a final tracklist reveal. What they got instead was something none of them had prepared for. At the end of the live stream, Drake reached beneath the desk and pulled out 3 physical hard drives. He set them down in front of the camera without saying a word. Then text appeared on the screen. Clean, simple, and devastating in its confidence. All 3 albums dropping at midnight from the biggest sound. The comment sections exploded instantly. Within minutes, the news was everywhere. By the time midnight Eastern Time arrived, and Iceman, Habibti, and Maid of Honor went live on Spotify, Apple Music, and every other major platform, the internet had already been burning for hours. The numbers that followed were staggering. Drake became the most streamed artist in a single day on Spotify in all of 2026. The 3 albums, 43 tracks in total, occupied an unprecedented amount of real estate on the global charts simultaneously. Industry analysts watching the streaming data in real time described it as nothing they had ever witnessed before. One artist, one night, complete and total domination of the entire digital music landscape. The CN Tower in Toronto was lit up to mark the releases. The story was on the front page of every major entertainment publication by morning. But here is what made it more than just a stunt. The reveal itself, the hard drives, the live stream, the midnight drop, had been engineered over many months with extraordinary patience and precision. Drake had first teased the Iceman project as far back as 2024, referencing Val Kilmer's iconic Top Gun character on social media. He had seeded the rollout slowly through his own channels, through streamers, through content creators. He had released the album's release date not through a press release or a label announcement, but by having it hidden inside a giant ice sculpture installed in downtown Toronto, which a Twitch streamer named Kishka physically retrieved and revealed live on camera. 3 albums, 3 weapons. The 3 projects are not simply the same album split into thirds. Each one is a distinct and deliberate creative statement, aimed at a different audience, carrying a different emotional weight, and serving a different strategic purpose in the larger story Drake is telling about himself in 2026. Iceman is the battle album. It is the one everyone had been waiting for since the summer of 2024, when Drake's highly publicized rap feud with Kendrick Lamar ended in a public defeat that shocked the industry. Kendrick's diss track Not Like Us won multiple Grammy Awards and permanently shifted the public conversation around Drake's legacy. For over a year, the question hanging over the entire music world was simple. What would Drake say when he finally decided to respond? Iceman is that response. The album features a collaboration with Future on a track called Ran to Atlanta, a direct reference to one of the most cutting lines in Kendrick's Grammy-winning diss, and the lyrics throughout bristle with the energy of a man who feels the story is not finished. He also takes direct shots at DJ Khaled and LeBron James across the project, and name-drops global supergroup BTS on the track Make Them Cry, sending an entirely different corner of the internet into a separate meltdown entirely. Habibti and Maid of Honor are something else. Where Iceman is cold and confrontational, these 2 projects are warmer, lighter, and more sonically adventurous. Maid of Honor features a cover image that stops you in your tracks the moment you see it. A photograph of Drake's mother, Sandy Graham, holding a bridal bouquet, with a childhood photo of Drake and his father, Dennis Graham, layered over it. It is a deeply personal gesture from an artist who has spent the last 2 years being publicly dissected and ridiculed. A statement that beneath the rap beef and the controversy, there is still a human being who loves his family. Critics have called Maid of Honor the emotional highlight of the entire package. The album features guest appearances from Central C, Sexy Red, and Popcan, and delivers some of the most effortlessly melodic music Drake has made in years. Why the industry is terrified. The music industry does not love what Drake just did, and that reaction, the quiet, carefully managed panic happening in boardrooms across Los Angeles and New York right now, is one of the most important parts of this entire story. Traditional music releases follow a specific, industry-controlled formula. You build anticipation through carefully timed press coverage. You secure radio promotion deals. You negotiate platform exclusivity windows that generate enormous upfront payments from Spotify and Apple. You run a multi-million-dollar advertising campaign across social media and streaming platforms. And you release a single album that generates a focused, measurable commercial event that the label can plan around, budget around, and claim credit for. Drake did none of that. He built his own promotional ecosystem entirely outside the traditional label machine, used content creators and live streamers instead of radio stations and press junkets, and then released 43 songs in a single moment that no rival artist or rival label had any time to react to or prepare for. The strategy was also legally and financially deliberate. Drake has been under significant legal pressure throughout 2025 and into 2026, facing class action lawsuits related to online gambling promotions, allegations of benefiting from fraudulent bot streaming, and the lingering commercial damage of the Kendrick Lamar feud. By flooding the streaming platforms simultaneously with 3 separate albums, he created an immediate, massive, and undeniable chart event that forces the narrative to shift from lawsuits and beef to music and numbers. It is, in every meaningful sense, a power move disguised as an artistic gesture. There is also the question of what this triple drop signals to every other major artist watching from the sidelines. When one of the most commercially dominant musicians alive demonstrates that he can generate the most streamed single day of the year on Spotify without a single dollar of traditional advertising, without a single radio premiere, and without a single exclusive platform deal, the implications for how the rest of the industry structures its releases going forward are enormous. Artists, managers, and independent labels are already asking the question out loud. If Drake can do this, why can't we? The gatekeepers who have controlled music distribution for decades are watching their leverage erode in real time. The rules just changed. What Drake did on the night of May 15, 2026 will be studied in music business classrooms for years. He proved that the biggest artist on the planet no longer needs the traditional machinery of the music industry to execute a historic commercial event. He does not need the label's marketing budget. He does not need radio's cosign. He does not need a 6-week rollout campaign managed by a team of publicists. Whether Iceman definitively closes the Kendrick Lamar chapter, whether Maid of Honor becomes the critical favorite it deserves to be, and whether the numbers hold up over the coming weeks, all of that remains to be seen. But one thing is already settled. Drake just rewrote the rulebook for how a major artist can release music in the streaming era. And the music industry, scrambling to catch up this morning, is only now beginning to understand what that means. Which of the 3 albums is your favorite? Drop your answer in the comments below, subscribe to Celebrity Things for more, and we will see you next time.